All right, I'm finally ready to go. Here's what the bike is looking like. On the back, I got the panniers and the tent. Thanks to Papu for letting me borrow those. Thanks, Papu, you're awesome. In this pannier, I've got some sleeping supplies. I've got my sleeping bag stuffed in there. Got an air mattress. On the other side, we got clothes in the other pannier, and I got my lunch that I'm gonna eat later. And got a couple of nice new bags. Got this frame bag. Frame bag is where you put all the heavy stuff. So I got my tools, food, and water in there. And I'm running this water bladder up through the outside so I can easily access it. And then I got the top tube bag here for just stuff that I need to access quickly, like phone, wallet, keys, and quick snacks. And of course I got my lights for if it gets dark, and I got my tripod for taking some shots. All right, I think I'm ready to go. This is me, got my buff for some sun protection. See you out there. I could not have picked a better, more perfect day to do this. There's not a single cloud in the sky. The bike's heavy though. This is the heaviest bike I've ever ridden, but it's working good. Let's hope it stays that way. Here on Sherman is really the only kind of bike unfriendly spot where I'm putting the painted bicycle gutter here. Cars kind of fly by without really considering it because they think the line is infrastructure, which it's not, but we take it. Some places don't even have bike lanes. Here's the fun part where we get to relax a little bit. This is where the bike lane starts if you're heading from the north side neighborhoods, so all the way down to Tenney Park. That is the first place that you can get on a decent bike path if you want to go downtown. So looking forward to this. It's pretty much all bike path for the rest of the way. Gone about 2 miles so far, got about 50 to go. Woo! Oh, Madison, you are so beautiful. With all your bike paths and trains. Love it. Just picked up my trail passes, so I'm ready to go. We got beautiful Lake Monona. Some traffic. Imagine being stuck in traffic. Wouldn't that suck? I'm going to take a wild guess and say that there's a game today. Go Badgers. Go Gophers. I've now made it to the Southwest Commuter path. This is my first time on this path. Really liking it so far, lots of shade. And really pretty quiet and peaceful. Another reason to love Madison. We made it. We're here at a little rest stop and the meeting point of a lot of different paths. We're gonna be taking the Military Ridge. Goes that way. But now it's time to stop for some lunch, which I've got conveniently right here. Today we got sandwich, cheese curds, and carrots. It's gonna be good. I'm hungry. Been going for about 1 hour so far. Roughly 4 more to go. It's really nice to just relax and take a break. And food tastes really good right now. I heard this place is called the Velo Underground because it's underneath this also bike trail overpass there. And I think velo means bicycle in Latin or something like that.
Now that I made it through the city of Madison, I'm going to be getting onto the Military Ridge State Trail. And the Military Ridge State Trail is really pleasant to ride because it's an old railway line, which means it's relatively flat and it's really enjoyable. So if you ever come to Wisconsin, I would highly recommend coming and checking it out.
We are now leaving paved trail. We're onto the gravel. This is where it really gets fun. Love cycling on gravel. It's nice and soft. And the rail trail is really smooth. This is what a lot of the trail looks like so far, and I love it. Gravel is nice and comfy. Not too many sounds of cars. Perfect blue sky. Couldn't ask for much more. Here we go. Mile number 8. Let's get it. You better lose yourself in the music the moment. You better never let it go. You only get one shot to get the spaghetti. So my bottom bracket is making a little bit of noise. Just kind of clicking every time I pedal. We'll see if that becomes an issue. Don't think it will, hope it doesn't. We shall see. We're at a little over 2 hours. We just hit about the 11th mile on the Military Ridge Trail, and I think about the 25th mile or so of the journey. So I felt something drop down by my feet, and I had to stop to see if it had fallen off my bike. But I realized it wasn't that. It's just one of these guys. One of these tree balls that came right down at me. So I just had to stop for a few moments to have an energy bar. I'm starting to feel a little bit tired, but just got to keep pushing through it. But the good news is, when I was stopped, I finally got the piece of carrot that was stuck in my teeth, inside, underneath my retainer. And now, I feel great. I'm a free man! Woo! So that was Mount Horeb back there, having a festival. I think it said it was the fall festival. A lot of people told me that I should visit the Grumpy Troll and Mount Horeb, the brew pub. So I thought, okay, I'll check it out. But I'm not very happy with the Grumpy Troll. I'm actually kind of grumpy with the Grumpy Troll because they got mad at me for putting my bike in their alleyway that they had a bunch of empty tables at, because there's no bikes allowed and you need to check in first. So since I have all the supplies I need, I just left, and there's gonna be more stuff in a few miles, so it's not a big deal at all. This might be the least pleasant part because you're surrounded by the two roads, but considering that this is still an awesome rail trail and I don't have to share any space with cars, this is still an awesome trail. So I'm having a great time, but it's still tough. This is the time where I'm asking myself, why do I have so many goddamn Mountain Goat songs saved on my phone and not that many others? Oh well, I get pumped up anyway. I'm going through this awesome tunnel of leaves. Oh, this is so nice right now. Even though it's kind of cool today, it's really nice to be in the shade instead of having the sun right in your eyes. We just fueled up at, I think it's called Barnville. Got a really, really terrible non-alcoholic beer. And got refueled on all the water, so they were basically the same thing, but I got them separately. We're getting closer. I didn't bonk. Just taking a break. Almost there, I think. Less than 10 miles. Okay. Maybe I lied. This is a lot tougher than I thought. I'm still 35 minutes away from the campsite, and my body is just complaining. I'm gonna try to take a stop here and have a little snack and try to make it all the way through, but this is definitely the hardest day I've ever done on a bike. Holy cow. This is funny, but this is the best banana I've ever tasted. It's amazing. Cheers. Hi. So you may be thinking, that doesn't look like Governor Nelson State Park. That's because it's not. Because I got a motel room. Because I don't know if I would have been physically able to set up the tent. Yeah, this is tough. This is the hardest day of biking I've ever done. And I had a great time, The trail was really beautiful. It was a lot of gravel, and you know I like gravel. But I just needed a bed tonight. I think it's gonna help. So here I am. Well, since I'm going full relaxation mode, here's dinner. Walked over to Culver's next door. That was really tough, but this food is gonna taste delicious. So now I'm just hanging out in my motel room. I've been able to rest for a little while, take a shower, get something to eat, do even more resting. So I'm feeling a little bit better now. However, I am not going to be able to continue the journey. I don't think I can make it all the way back. I did end up making it where I wanted to go. I got to Dodgeville, which is a little over 54 miles from Madison. So, yeah, my brother Jack is going to pick me up in the morning, and yeah, we'll head back to Madison. Yeah, I don't think this trip was a failure. I think I successfully went longer than I've ever gone on a bike, so I'm happy about that. So that's it. I definitely want to try this again with probably a bit of a shorter distance and try to do the camping, but this time it just didn't happen, and that's all right. But time to get some rest. Buenas noches. Here comes Jack to pick me up. What a good guy. So Jack picked me up. Jack is a very good brother. He's always helping me out when I need help. This is the end of the trip. I definitely wouldn't have made it back on my own, just biking. Maybe a little bit of the way, but I needed to get extracted for this one. So thanks, Jack.
Yep, you bet.
You're a good brother. Love you, buddy.
Love you too.
Oh yes, it's breakfast time. Got the veggie scramble and the pancakes. Looks delicious. Jack, are you hungry?
I'm starving.
Oh yeah, let's dig in. So that was my trip through the Driftless region of Wisconsin. That was my first bike touring or bike packing trip really that I've done. I'm really excited and happy that I was able to do it. Definitely wish I could have done it a little more smoothly, like I would have been able to do the entire thing without getting picked up. But sometimes that happens. By about the last 10 miles of the trip, I was completely physically exhausted. My legs were doing okay, but my arms and my hands were going completely numb. I started to feel sick, so I just knew that my body was kind of at the upper limit of what I can do, and I didn't want to risk trying to do it again the next day and getting stuck somewhere. So yeah, I'm really hoping that I can do this again, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.